Good morning, Cancer. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. Cancer, your July 2024 read. Late but better than never, and happy birthday to all of you. I seen somebody posted in the comments about it's Cancer season, like no birthday read or something to that effect. I did not forget about you guys. I just want to make it clear. When I do these readings, I really follow my intuition. I really follow what Spirit gives me and where I'm guided to go with these reads. I hate to say like on an as needed basis, right? Because that's really not quite it. But what Spirit is guiding me to do, I feel like there are specific messages at specific times that need to get out to, whether it's the collective, specific signs, whatever it might be. So bear with me, guys. Know that I trust in the divine timing of it all, and know that I'm doing the work as it's being given to me via Spirit and time permitting, right? So thank you for your love, your patience, your support, the likes, shares, the subscribes, the donations to the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. For those of you that I've got to read for, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Personal reads are open and available. Info in the description box below, the about section of the page. If you're here, you know the drill. This is Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's get straight to it, right? Not for the blah, 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 blahs. So, all right, Cancer, let's see what's going on for you guys. They're saying that mid-July is specific, so there's a reason that this is coming out when it is. Okay, there's a specificity. I think I said that right, to why this is coming out as it is when it is. They're asking me to do this a little differently, so we're gonna roll with that. I always trust that whatever I'm drawn to, it's for a specific reason. So, all right, Spirit, for the sign of Cancer. Some of you may be dealing with something that kind of throws your equilibrium off. So maybe like an ear infection or water, swimmer's ear, water in the ear, sinuses, allergies, right, can make us feel a little dizzy and our gait can be a little off. So there's something around that. So just be aware of that, right? So I don't think it's anything significant. I do feel like it's some kind of fluid. So it could be like swimmer's ear or something. Obviously that's not going to be for all of you, but there's something to that. Mother issues comes up, right? Mother issues comes up. So let's see, Cancer, what's shaking here for you guys. I do feel like you're kind of letting go of a grip that you've had on certain things, certain people, certain mindsets. I'm gonna tell you, I did that reading, the collective / for Scorpio last night, and it was a very spiritual message, right? And I kind of thought about this morning, like, am I going back into like the 3D mode? Like, I don't know how else to put that. Am I going back into the 3D mode, right? Spirit was speaking in a total different way last night. But I'm going to take this back to the earthly realm here, Cancer, for you guys right now. Be mindful of the company that you keep. There's something here, I'm going to call it greed, dealing with some kind of greed or some kind of situation. And even in that, this could just be in regards to your happiness, your personal peace. We'll see what comes up. I'll clarify that here in a second. What else for Cancer? Walking away. See, yeah, look, there's something that's just confirmation of the same. You're moving away from something, guys, that is a very significant. Leo season is probably going to be, I don't know that I want to use the word catalyst moment, but something is shifting for you in that regard. Like, you're starting to see, if you were involved with groups, I want to say, really, it gives me like a group dynamic that you are kind of separating yourself from that. So whether you belong to a community group, or you belong to a work group, or a family group, or a friends group, or whatever the hell this is, right? Like, it seems to be, they're saying, one-sided kind of energy. You're finding yourself just kind of looking back and going, maybe I should have done this sooner. Maybe I should have walked away from a specific situation sooner. Maybe this isn't for me, right? But there's a reason. And then 14, the connection, caring connections. You're gonna, we can say, you're finding your soul tribe, you're doing all of these things, but you are connecting with people that, I feel like whatever your purpose is here, Cancer, in this world, that you're starting to connect with more like-minded individuals. You're starting to connect with more caring and compassionate people. there's something around this, but I'm also going to say to you, when I say, you know, be aware of the company that you're keeping, right? Like, look, if you're dealing with a particular situation in regards to any group that is you and at least two more included, be careful with that, because you might, and I'm going to tell you, like, you may be getting messages. Some of you, I think, are not, like, you're getting downloads, you're getting some sort of awareness, and like at that point, like, my head started hurting as this was coming in. And it's like, you know, I've made jokes in the past about like Rafiki from The Lion King, like, here's my mom mode popping up this morning. Like, he beats Simba over the head with that damn stick of his, right? It's whack, whack, whack. I get that same impression, that Spirit is beating you over the head when it comes to this particular group dynamic, and is going whack, 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 Cancer. Like, are you paying attention? Like, do you not see that this is not on a spiritual level? This is not a healthy level of or dynamic. I feel like, Cancer, there is, you're kind of, and I think the reason you're not listening, right, or trying to kind of avoid this awareness, is because somehow your emotions are tied to a particular situation. Whether this is you being triggered, and Spirit saying light some palo, whether you're being triggered from some unhealed wound within yourself as well. I feel like for some of you, this may be close to the majority, that if you've got unhealed mother wounds, this situation with this group dynamic could be playing out in the sense that I don't want to say it's not filling a void, but rather it is, I don't know, it's like reliving that karmic cycle. It's reliving something in regards to that. So pay attention. You know, for all of you, your wounds are going to be different. You need to pay attention to that. Hold on. The dog is into something. Hold on a second. Okay. It's like raising toddlers. If the dog and the cat both disappear and it gets too quiet, something is not okay. Lo and behold, I was correct. They were in there annihilating another room in the house. Of course. Anyhow, but that wound, that unhealed part of thyself, it's showing up via this connection of this group dynamic. Again, you plus at least two or more others. It does not have to be more than two others, but it can be. Okay, there's something about that. It's like a triangulation is kind of what I'm getting with that. So be mindful. It's reflecting something back to you, and I do think that you need to remove yourself from this. Spirit's trying to get your attention. Whatever work you're doing on the self, whatever area in life you're trying to move on and move forward from, without releasing this dynamic, Cancer, it's going to kind of keep you tied up. It's going to kind of keep you in limbo. I'm sure you can hear the chaos in the background, right? We're playing. Anyhow. Hey! Knock it off. Anyhow. Okay. Everybody's up from their nap. Watch out, world. All right. What cards do we want to go with here, Spirit? What are we doing here? Hey, guys, come on. Enough. Let's just go back to the regular tarot. I'm digging the regular tarot right now. All right. What is this deceit about, Spirit? Let's dig deeper into this. For the sign of Cancer, mid-July. What is going on? Look, I'm going to tell you, somebody around you, Cancer, like, I'm going to, caption this basically, like, in the sense that this is, ow, guys, come on. The moral of the story to this group dynamic is affecting your ability to transform parts of your life, or to move on, or for life to become a little less complicated. Like, you're holding on to something that it's like it may create some kind of assistance in your life, but to what point are you creating a sacrifice? And the sacrifice may not be tangible. It may not really easily be seen, but it is a sacrifice of the self in one form or another. And you've got this Page of Swords and this Eight of Swords. To me, this is somebody coming to you. It's like, think about it in a, well, leave the cat alone. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It may be in the sense that, like, let's say you're a part of you and two other people, right? Maybe a friend group. And the one friend gets pissed off at the other friend, and that friend comes to you and starts telling you things that they shouldn't be divulging, right? Or it's really, quote, none of your business, Cancer, right? You're just there, 10:10 on the clock. And it's kind of like this, they have a problem with that person, but they're pulling you into their drama. They're pulling you into their own fucked up emotions. They're turning it into your problem. So they're coming to you with this news, this information, this, hey, did you see that? It's really giving me this, hey, did you see? Hey, did you know? Kind of vibe. And what that's doing is leaving you in this Eight of Swords. Like kind of feeling stuck between two people, maybe even a job, maybe your parents, a spouse, your in-laws, like friends, whatever. But it really feels like, by them coming to you and communicating certain things, that's creating an internal conflict within you. And it's like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. But it's making you feel like you've got nowhere to go, but you're trying to stay loyal to that. But the only thing that you're doing here, Cancer, is staying a part of a problem that is not yours. Sometimes we have to completely disengage from these energies because they're self-serving. And it's kind of like they're defeating themselves in the process. You engaging with them at all is defeating your own purpose of being able to move forward and walk away from a situation into these more caring connections. And I think that this has been going on for some time, for some of you years, for some of you months. See, yeah, look, Nine of Cups falls out on this walking away. That there's an emotional attachment to this situation. So again, maybe you've been friends for 20 years. Maybe we've got our hippo that's got the crinkly stuff. Maybe you've been friends for 20 years. Maybe this, again, family, right? Our heart lies with our families and our situations. It's like we have good times together. There's a lot of reminiscing around like good memories and good things before things got toxic, if you will. So there's a great need to pay attention. See, Four of Swords coming out in the sideways position in this walking away. That's where it keeps landing. This is stunting your growth, Cancer. This situation in itself is stunting your growth. Like, I think for a lot of you, you're very evolved compared to the people in which you're dealing with, or this dynamic that you're dealing with. It is really time to walk away from this situation. I will tell you too, take a look at, I'm going to say your spiritual friends. I don't know if that's the right word, or your more evolved friends, or your more mature friends, or whatever. And then take a look at this group dynamic that you're a part of. How different are those two worlds? Because if you're continuing to stay a part of this toxic, like back and forth, let me tell you this, I need to tell you that about this person that you're also connected to, you may start to see your more evolved people in your life distancing themselves. And I don't think that it's because it's intentional on their part, but the vibration is they're not a match, right? You and them are not a match because you're still a part of this other situation. So you could see like the people that maybe you would typically rely on or talk to or have in-depth conversations with or hold near and dear. You may feel like they're distancing themselves from you intentionally. They're not. It's not an intentional thing. I really want to, I don't know why, with that Queen of Swords, I want to clarify that there. Like, it's not an intentional thing. You could be dealing with another Cancer, it could be Scorpio, Pisces as well. But it's because the energetic vibration is not a match. There's something very much about, it's kind of like you being caught in the in-between. Like, here's this lower group of people you've dealt with. There's this higher group of evolved, like these people are figuring it out. These people got it figured out to some kind of greater extent than the other, right? Nobody's better than anybody, but there's definitely a frequency difference. And you're kind of like caught in the old world, caught in this new world of needing to move forward, but still having some kind of emotional loyalty to these past people and or situations, right? So there's some kind of clarity here that needs to be had to balance this out for you. Go where your dreams and wishes can be fulfilled. Don't hang on to things because there's some kind of, Spirit is calling it valued requirement. I don't know what the hell that means. Whatever that means for you. So if there's something in a particular situation that you're valuing, like I'll use this as an example. I'm not saying that this is the situation, But a lot of times people that are in relationships, right, they won't leave a relationship because there's monetary value. Maybe they've been married for 30 years, they've never worked. So it's like, how do I go out into this world and work and do this on my own without any assistance, right? You have to figure it out. There's other means to an end to get you to where you need to be on a higher vibrational level than it is to stay stuck, because there's a means on one side that, yes, it's helpful in maybe the tangible and the resources or something to that effect. Like, you can call them and of course they're going to show up, but with that showing up is a bunch of baggage and bullshit. So it's kind of starting, like, you're going to start to see where your frequency is based upon these people around you, and you have to ask yourself, do you want to be a part of that frequency? Okay, it's very important that you become aware of this. So they're telling me I don't even have to clarify that Deceit card. It is what it is. There you go. The choices that you have a choice to make when it comes to your partnerships and connections, a caring connection. 414 could be an important number for you right now, Cancer. 4s are significant in general here for you. What is this caring connections about? There are going to be people, Cancer, that uplift you. Here comes that damn Page of Swords. You just watched me shuffle the deck. You heard me shuffling the deck. I talked about that communication. You're going to see the lines of communication with the people that are a higher vibrational match to you, that you can level up to or come up and like be back in that frequency. Because I feel like you've been there. Like, I'm not knocking you for not, like, we have to kind of go up and down, right? We have to kind of figure it out because we have to understand that contrast in a particular situation. So I feel like with that, like, you're feeling it out, right? You have to learn, and this is just the way that you're learning. So there's no harm, no foul in that, but you have to ask yourself what direction you want to go. Somebody could be telling, I told you so, and not in a snotty sense of like, well, I told you, didn't I? Blah, 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 blah. It's not like that. It's more like, do you see what I mean? Do you see what I've been saying to you? It's like, you may have had this conversation with somebody else around a situation. They've given you some kind of advice, and now it's like you're almost angry with yourself and angry with the situation, as these communications are opening, because it's kind of like looking back in hindsight going, you know what? I knew that. Why did I do that? Why did I even go there? Don't get angry with yourself, Cancer. Like, don't get frustrated with that, because you had to learn something through that. So it's like self-forgiveness. Like, you tried to do something. 7 of Pentacles, you had something invested in there, and I think it was more emotional than anything else. Some kind of loyalty to a particular group of people, situation, that just, they were there for a long time. But something here is breaking down. Something is shifting. The winds are changing. Tides are turning. There's a lot of different, it's like you're starting to get all these different messages. And I'm going to tell you, for some of you, you could have like emails, phone calls, text messages, visits. Like, I don't think so much visitors. Some of you could be getting letters or something, with a lot of information coming in at once about a situation as well. Pay attention to your gut health too. Okay, so 6 of Wands. When you walk away from this situation, you're going to really get a lot of clarity about, this could particularly pertain to a Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. But this is going to complete something. And I do think that you're going to start to see the contrast. For some of you, you're dealing with another male-female dynamic. So maybe you're, I don't call you a third wheel, but maybe you're a part to, I don't know, 2 friends, or a part to a friend's relationship dynamic, or something to that effect. But it's like, you're like, I'm done. I can't do this. And somebody from the past may be really upset that you start to move on and move forward, and there may be communication. You may be expressing communication to these people going, listen, I don't want to be involved. Like, I have my own life to live, my own shit to do, my own victory lap to make. Like, I got to go. And I think that it's absolutely necessary. And it's you recognizing a truth to the power dynamic, that there's, where there's fire and there's water, there's smoke, right? There's steam, there's something here, and it's like, this could be moving you forward. Now, I will tell you, these people from the past too, or this situation that you're currently in and kind of up, to go or to stay, they could see you as being emotionless, or just being immature emotionally. I could feel some of you too with that that Knight of Swords that was showing up underneath, that it's like you may just have that moment where you're like, you know, maybe you have a busy day and someone gets a hold of you and they start, they call you, you answer, and you're like, hey, what's going on? And they just go into, oh my God, blah, 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 so-and-so. Not, hey, good morning, how's your day? Do you got a minute? It's like they skip the part that you two are a human having an experience, and who knows what kind of day you're having. It's just like, hey, you know, like, let's softly move into conversation instead of this abrupt, wow, you know, this is what's going on. I feel like, Cancer, your response to that could be like, this is just not my fucking problem and I don't have time for this. So I feel like your patience may be kind of waning in a particular situation with something from the past as well. Like you're trying to kind of separate yourself from that. And I think that this is very important as we move into Leo season, because your spirit just said you're going to be busier than what you have been. You're not going to have time. You're going to be worried about your finances, your pentacles, your security, your stability, your home life. You're not going to have time for fuckery. Like that's just all there is to it. You're not going to have time for this. 6 of Cups, focus could be on children, right, as well. But it's, some of you could be planting flowers too, side note. Someone could also want to come back in with an apology, but there's something about that apology, though, that is, I'm going to call it self-serving. Like, I just need someone to talk to. I miss my best friend, you know, shit like that. Nah. I think this is an important reading for you, Cancer, because this is around your value and where on a spiritual plane, like, you want to move your life to, and realizing that energy difference between people. So it's kind of like you've got your feelers out, feeling your way through some of these energies that are coming through to you. So it's the next couple weeks, maybe even 5 weeks for some of you. 5 days, 5 weeks could be very important moving through this. But you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're learning. You're gonna have to remove your emotions about how you feel about people and situations. Sphere of Light, Temple of Mary. There's that heart healing, right? There's you know, an exploitation comes out with that card, and you know, this is people maybe exploiting. They know you care. They know that you love. They know that you want to do good things, right? You show up appropriately, and they could be using that, you know, to their own satisfaction, not really caring about how it affects you to have to be a part of a situation. So they're a little selfish here. They're a lot selfish here. But it's time to disengage. What tried to come out here? Galactic vibration, personal conviction, raising your resilience, direct channel, and then Archangel Michael, heart of a warrior, divine protection, synchronicities, and what was under universal Merkaba, I can never say that right. A sacred purpose, you have the answer, lucid dreaming. I'm telling you, with this Archangel Michael, this is heart healing, this is love, this is protection. This, again, is a messenger. You see the bird on the card there, right? It's the time is coming here. Like, I think that you've given a lot of time, energy, and effort to something. Again, because there's been an emotional investment. Look, there's that 3. Where is it? Right there. There's the 3. Right? Again, 3 people here, including you, that you have to separate yourself from. You have to protect yourself. You see his arms are wrapped around him. He's trusting in divine faith that whatever needs to be is going to be. It's like sending off this message. You could be having some kind of telepathic communications too with someone who is on a spiritual level or something to that effect. These other people, they're saying, are leading with blind eyes. I don't know what that means. I mean, I just feel like it's not even walking by faith and not by sight, but it's like they just walk around aimlessly. Like they have no idea what they're doing. They're just doing a thing. But you are moving into a higher vibrational space if that's what you want to move into, and you have to make those changes. And sometimes that means disconnecting from people that just, they don't see it. They don't get it, right? They're very much worried about their worldly pursuits versus not realizing if those two are intertwined, the spiritual and the personal, worldly, whatever, that when you combine those two, alchemy happens and good things happen. They're very much just caught in the everyday shit, okay? And that's not where you're supposed to be. All right, what is the advice here for Cancer? I feel like I've already given you that advice, but look, I said it was time, right? Timing or something with that. Look, this is a very clear-cut message. Cancer, break free of that. It's time to do this. Time to put the focus on you. There it is. Like, I'm done. That's it. I don't even know why I pick up the cards sometimes. Cancer, I'm leaving it there. There's no more to be said to this. I'll be beating a dead horse. There it is. Okay, Cancer. So I'm wishing you guys the very best. Again, very, very happy birthday to you. I'm sorry that it took so long to get a message out to you, but again, I do absolutely believe in divine timing. I hope that you are all are well. Thank you for the donations, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Further to that, again, personal reads are open and available. Shoot me an email. Info's in the description box below. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye.